What's up, y'all? It's your boy Sean P back again with another edition of Hip Hop Roundtable Reviews. So tonight we're joined again by Funeral Man from Torture Chamber, King of the North. What's good? What's good?
Good, man. What's going on?
And tonight we are going to get back to the age-old battle of Drake and Kendrick Lamar. That the battle that never seems to end. And it seems hip hop media still wants to keep Drake's name out there. Drake is a fascinating figure. Like, I think a lot of hip hop media is obsessed with Drake, really, especially like the main podcast, like Joe Budden podcast, DJ Academics. I mean, the main podcast keep bringing this up. But Reese, I don't know if you've gotten a sense, but it's like almost of late. It's almost like they're rooting for Drake. They're rooting for Drake to make a comeback. You know what I mean? They want to trash him because of the UMG case. They want to trash him for some of the singles like What Did I Miss or Which One. But at the same time, they're like waiting for that next hit. They're waiting for that next thing, if you will, for Drake to make a comeback. I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
I've been saying this for a long time, and a lot of people get mad at me for saying this, but hip hop media is not good for hip hop.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? I think what we do, the smaller channels are, but I believe that the big hip hop outlets that make millions of dollars, it's not good for hip hop because they only gossip. They don't talk about the music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's always about who did what, why they did this. It's more of a talking with your boys at the table about playing cards, about things that's going on. They don't really do no real album reviews. They don't really break down nothing. They kind of incentivize the violence or I don't say violence, but just the beef in general. They push for that. They don't really support a lot of artists, in my opinion, that they might have them on as guests, but it's a give and take. But it's not like, yeah, this album we're gonna champion, we're gonna talk about this, we're gonna do that. It's always, to me, it always feels like it's like a challenge every time. Oh, this person is better, or this person is better. I just don't think hip hop media going forward is actually good for hip hop anymore.
I think the main channels, they're getting more into narrative pushing than being about the music. I think our channels are more about the music and about talking about what's really good for the hip hop culture. And it seems like now they want to push back on Kendrick Lamar. You know what I mean? But this is what we're going to do tonight. We're going to do a reaction video on Joe Budden's podcast where they actually asked, how can Drake make a comeback? So they're actually trying to, strategize like, well, can Drake get back to where he was? Blah, blah, blah. And they're going through the I guess the scenarios that he could come back from Not Like Us. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to stop and start, do what we do, you know what I mean, and react to that. So let me pull that up and let's get it going. Hold on a minute. Share screen. Can Drake recover from the Kendrick battle? That's the title.
No.
Yeah.
Why?
No.
It'd be a tough fight.
It'd be a tough fight.
Him to do something. Yeah, I don't think
he would do it.
I don't think he needs to do that.
Can he?
Should.
Yeah,
Can he?
for sure.
He can. I don't think he would.
Well, yes.
He can.
He can.
Be
clear. He's still got a
what?
fan base. He ain't like everybody ain't turned it back.
And he's still better than most
and he can out rap.
motherfuckers.
Yeah, he can out rap a lot of you niggas.
He will win the battle if most likely.
Yeah.
But I don't think he does it. I think he's probably gonna be gunshot.
No, he just asked Kenny.
How
I'm
many
saying, yes,
battles
he
has
can.
he
He got
had?
permission.
And he can mop a bunch of motherfuckers up quick.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to
Kendrick,
win him.
Meek, and
Yeah, most people don't want that.
And you know he gonna overdo it if he does it.
He has to make an example out of the next nigga.
Yeah.
Because now niggas think you sweet.
Right.
So, all right, we're going to stop it there. I don't know if you caught the top of it, but basically they opened up saying, should Drake diss another rapper like ASAP Rocky, like Rick Ross, or somebody like that? And basically you hear what they're saying, like, oh, well, they'll mop the floor with this guy and blah, 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 and all of this. But what would be the point of that? Like, why would he, he already addressed that on Family Matters. It's almost like they want to give Drake a warm-up fight so he could feel good about himself. You know what I mean? To get back in the good graces. What do you think about that?
Drake ain't beating nobody now.
Really?
No. Anybody will watch Drake now.
Even A$AP Rocky.
Drake's popularity will carry him, but at this point, he's been exposed. He's been exposed. Like, it's so many different angles. Now, I'll put it to you like this. If we're talking about aura-wise, Drake could beat a lot of people because he still has a strong fan base.
That's right.
But if we talking about rap-wise,
like song for song,
he might edge it, but I think it depends on who it is. It depends on who it is. If it's A$AP Rocky,
because I know A$AP, yeah,
he could beat Drake. And the reason why I could tell you he could beat Drake,
interesting,
he could say, "Nigga, you still sweating my bitch." That's it. Game over.
And I think you did see that.
You know what I'm saying? If he put it a little more clear, instead of just like, if he put it clear, like, yeah, he did, like, and really make fun of him, like, bro, I got the girl you want. You got all these women, but I got the one you really want. It's over. He could win off of that alone, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because Drake is obsessed with her. Like, simple as that. But I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know.
What about Rick Ross?
Nah, he lose to Rick Ross. Rick Ross is too mouthy. He too mouthy.
I mean, well, I'll say this. The one high moment of Family Matters, I think he did kind of off A$AP Rocky and Rick Ross. I think that was really clever how he did that and he set it up. You know what I mean? I really think he should have divided that song up into like 3 parts, like 2 parts about Kendrick and then 1 part about, addressing Weekend, Future, Metro Boomin, A$AP Rocky, and Rick Ross. But I think in the eyes of, I guess, the listening public, they kind of give Drake the edge on those battles. But they're talking about, well, why doesn't he go back at those dudes? Because right now, they thinking he's sweet. Why does he have like a warm-up fight? And I think that's pointless. There's one man you got to go back at, and you know who that is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He ain't gonna do that.
So I don't get the point of them saying that, but we'll keep.
But he wasn't sweet in the Kendrick one. That's the thing. He made a lot of good music.
He did.
Don't matter.
The narrative is
now niggas looking at
That's
you.
That's the
like,
other part too with the lawsuit. You fucked up the legacy, even that battle.
Yeah,
like it was a good fight, but now it don't look like a good fight.
Right. Yeah, it looks like he got mollywop. He did.
Not for one person. One person thinks it looks like a phenomenal.
I was just getting ready to say.
One person think it went exactly the way he thought it would go.
Grammy, Super Bowl, like stadium tour, worldwide, still on tour. I seen the videos.
Good fight implies that it was a competitive match.
It wasn't a good fight.
But Kendrick never thought it would be competitive.
Yeah.
They pulling up all of Kendrick's old verses that say, I can't believe that y'all think that number 2 is number 1 when I'm right here.
But see, I want to address this, right? Because if you remember in the beginning of the battle, remember the time when they were talking about Kendrick, you got 24 hours to respond and all that bullshit was going on. Why was Joe Budden's in the podcast going on like, oh, Kendrick is going to have the fight of a lifetime? He is the underdog by like 1,000. You know what I mean? He's going to have to use this. He's going to have to use bots. He's going to have to blah, 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 blah. But now you're saying he never sweated Drake and Drake was nothing to him. You know what I mean? It was easier. Like, what kind of contradiction is that?
I think he's speaking in the terms of they bringing up old clips because people pulling up clips.
Yeah.
The thing is, Kendrick Lamar and Drake has been battling for so long that people don't even realize it. They've been battling for
10 years easy. Since Control, really.
Actually, before Control, they've been battling. You know how this all started? This all started off the Jodeci freestyle with J. Cole and Drake. J. Cole and Drake dissed Kendrick in that freestyle.
I gotta listen to that again.
It's pretty old, but they dissed Kendrick in that freestyle because Kendrick won hottest MC of the year by MTV, and they was upset about that. So they took shots at him, and that's when Kendrick dropped Control. He dropped Control after that, and then when Drake went on Hot 97 with Angie Martinez, and then he went.
I remember that interview.
Then he did the BET cipher, and he said, "Nothing been the same since I dropped Control." It's tough to rapper back in his pajama clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what he was saying. Like and that's when you knew he clearly dissed Drake, because Drake was like, "Oh, it was just a moment. Can you remember that verse and all that stuff?" So I think now after that, if you go and listen to all of these verses, from King Kunta, everything. He been taking shots at Drake. Drake been taking shots at him on the language and everything, right?
Yeah.
And then you have the song on what's that? The Chronic 2001 or 2012. What was that?
Yeah, the Compton soundtrack.
Yeah, the Compton soundtrack. The Compton soundtrack when Kendrick dissed him on that song.
Yeah.
Calling him it's been a long time, man. So you know what I found out, bro?
What's that?
So did you know that Kendrick wrote 3 songs for Drake? Did you know that?
I didn't even realize that. No.
He wrote 3. He wrote 3 verses for Drake. You know what I'm saying? 3. He wrote fucking Problems, and he wrote Poetic Justice. Right now they counting the other one, but I don't think
Drake doesn't get any of the writing credits on Poetic Justice. That's interesting.
Right. So check it out. This is another thing. He talked about it on a song with Taylor Swift, Bad Blood. That's the whole meaning of that song is we got bad blood, me and you. And he talked about, there's things that I know, and I did this for you, but I can't say it because they made him sign the NDA. I personally believe that Kendrick wrote what's the name, but he's not saying. What's the song that Drake did? What's the name of that song? Motherfuckers Never Loved Us.
Yeah.
When he said, remember? Something. That's why Euphoria, he said, remember? Hey, Top Dog, he he shouted out that song. So I believe, I'm not saying that that's actually happening, but I'm telling you that part, I'm saying I think that he wrote that
all linked. That's crazy. I got to go back and revisit all those songs now because you opened my eyes to something. Really. So
like that's been his sentiment since the Big Sean song, since the BET cipher. Mm-hmm. He never looked at dude like the rest of the world looked at him. Mm-hmm. Which is part of where some of the greatest lines from this battle come from.
True.
I hate the way you walk.
That's the love that line.
Like, do y'all know how he's a?
That's my favorite.
I hate the way you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress, even. The shirts you get out of bed and put on. I despise them shits. Like, what are y'all?
Hate the way you say nigga.
He never saw him like, hey, but that's just me, I guess. It ain't even, but it wasn't.
See, I still go back to that. That's still the hardest song in the battle to me.
That's a master class in how to diss somebody, bro.
Hands down.
Like he you know that song was 27 minutes long. But he cut it. It was 27 minutes long. But obviously
what else he said on there.
But but he ain't gonna put the whole 27 minutes out. But the thing about Euphoria is it's such a prophetic song that everything that happened after that song is still happening today. Everything
spiraling out of control. Spiraling out of control.
And I honestly think that Drake is doing a lot of it on purpose. I really do.
Oh yeah. There's no question about that. Let's get back to it.
And even if it was, for you to explain it the way you did, you made enough people look at him differently, and he has to feel that. He has to feel that. He has to feel that. And I would like to see him bounce back because I make more money when he bounces back.
There it is. You see that shit? You see that shit right there, yo? I make more money when he bounced back. So he's openly rooting for him, yo.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? And that explains a lot of things because I saw actually your videos on the whole talking about the album of the year and Grammys and all that, and what Imani said and all of these guys. It's almost like I do see now they're kind of bandwagon jumping now. They kind of look at it like, okay, the UMG case is over, all the dust is settled. Kendrick has had his run. You know what I mean? I think I read something the other day that all Kendrick songs are out of the top 100 now after like 81 weeks. After like a record, some like record that nobody's done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like now they're trying to almost be like, you know what? We want to keep the talk going. So how can we build up Drake again and kind of diminish what Kendrick's going to do? Because, you know, Grammy season's coming up. He's going to get like 100 nominations. You know, he's probably going to win at least like 4 or 5 Grammys. You know what I mean? And I want to see how they're actually going to take this because the thing about it is they try to downplay it like, you know, they're going to give him the Grammy anyway. Basically what Drake was saying on Family Matters. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If Kendrick wins, if he wins, I believe 4 or 5 more Grammys, he is the most Grammys in history for a male artist.
Yeah.
As a rapper, you have more Grammys. I think Jay-Z has the most. Jay-Z has 25. I think
Kanye West.
24.
Kanye West does.
And Kendrick has, I believe, 23.
Yeah.
Something like that. So you imagine if Kendrick Lamar wins, he has more Grammys than Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And he completed that in a faster time than all of them. You know what I'm saying? So the thing about Drake is, I always say this, Drake is the numbers guy, Kendrick is the accolades guy, right? Even though Kendrick is the numbers guy too now. But the argument becomes now Drake kind of has to go at Kendrick again. He has to. Because he ruined your legacy. Like, he really did. So when Joe and them saying he make more money at it, he being real about it, but at the same time, it's kind of hypocritical, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because you really out here saying, okay, we need Drake to come back because I make more money. It's not really.
The thing about it is, Reese, they rode the wave.
Yeah, exactly.
During the whole battle, when Not Like Us dropped and all the way up to the UMG case, they clowned Drake when they were saying before the battle, I think Kendrick is the real underdog in all of this. I got my money on Drake. They lost, and it's almost like the dude that put all the money on this team in the Super Bowl, and then the next year they lost all that money because they bet against the team that won, and they jump on that team's bandwagon for a whole year, and now they back on the other team like, well, I didn't think that team was that great. You know, that's why I didn't bet on in the first place. I mean, it's totally hypocritical.
Yeah, definitely is.
So it doesn't make any sense, but let's go on.
I'll be honest, my first therapy session did not go well, but it taught me something important. You don't get the best.
It's just new. This is all new territory for him, yo. I've been the golden child since I dropped. Even with the Meek shit, even with the Pusha T shit, it was little chinks here and there, but it wasn't this. You none of y'all ever turned them all against me.
What I'll add is for the heads argument that's been there a few years about what equity Drake gets from hopping on all of these songs from all of the right now artists because he's the biggest artist in the world. He's helping these people, and he was. But there was always that question of what he's getting in return, because people, if you didn't know the music business, you couldn't figure that part out. That's what's visibly missing right now, too. That's what would help to carry him right this second, as it has in the past.
And that's what confuses
But during a much more turbulent time. If he had lost this battle, Like he lost his battle and went and hopped on some Spanish record, some white hoes record, like a bunch of shit that nobody cared about.
Hey There,
it didn't matter. Yeah,
That's the part
nobody cared.
I still don't understand that part.
But if he took the hottest songs from the hottest American acts and put a verse on it, it would help him coast through these trying times.
Like, I don't get why.
I don't agree with that.
Nah.
I do not agree with that. But you see what I'm saying, Reese?
Yeah. You gotta understand that wouldn't work because Kendrick Lamar took it. He not only took it from Drake, he took it from all of them. They all can't make music now. They all not making good music.
Yeah.
He took the narrative that the turn up, club, all that music. He literally took that from them. That's why you see all the albums that are good are the albums that are from people that can really rap now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna put it to you like this: the mainstream hip hop right now is kind of upside down right now. I mean, they're gonna talk about Young Thug in a minute, but Young Thug can't get 50,000 in the first week no more.
Yeah.
I think he sold like 30-something thousand, 40,000. Like, Lil Baby ain't making no noise. The only real mainstream turn up dude that made noise was Playboy Carti, and Kendrick Lamar was on this shit. Like 3 of his songs.
That's what I'm saying.
So I
you
mean,
you figure you got somebody like what Kendrick did when he took down Drake. He didn't only just take down Drake. He took down that whole, all of them songs. Everybody, all of them dudes that do songs like that. Except for Future. This Future is his own thing. You know what I'm saying? Plus, Future was on Kendrick's side in a way. But all of those dudes, he took them all out. And look, they not doing nothing. You got the Little Baby talking about he's about to retire. I'm retired from rap. After he tried to diss Kendrick on a low, he literally took them out.
Yeah, he put out an album earlier this year, and we haven't heard much of it since when it first came out.
Because it's garbage. That's why. Even his own fans said it's garbage.
Yeah, I mean, we got to do another show on that. Is Turn Up dead? Is the Turn Up era finally dead? But what's the next era to take over? Is the interesting part. But they're gonna talk about it. They're gonna bring up Young Thug in a minute. So check this out.
Drake is not on Thug's album.
Yes, you do.
I don't. Like, I don't get why. Again, there's a lot of people.
Whose decision is that?
I don't know, but I'm just saying there's a lot of people that they didn't turn their back on him.
If you got eyes, it looks like it's Drake's decision. Because Thug seemed to have everybody that is fucking with him on that album.
Well, that's what I would have assumed.
And he on there crying about Drake for 1 million bars. Like he on there telling her, he's begging for help and forgiveness. Oh, Drake, you're different. I love you. You taught me everything.
But even prior to that, like all of your Future, okay, we can understand. I didn't see no Lil Baby. Like I don't see
Lil Baby was on there.
No, I'm talking about
Drake doing records
with these people.
But the thing about it is, and back to Young Thug, like I said, they just were going to talk about Young Thug. Would it even have made a difference? And I do notice, out of all of these rappers, it seems like Young Thug is begging for Drake the most. You know what I mean? J. Cole, well, I'll put it to you. J. Cole is like his own kind of weird entity, though. He low-key is like begging for favor for Drake. I don't know why, but Young Thug is overdoing it. You know what I mean? But I'm saying, like, I don't even know what a Drake and Thug record right now would do. You know what I mean? Like,
I think a lot of these artists, in my opinion, I think the reason why Drake want to stay away from them because Kendrick called it out. I also believe that.
So you think because you go to Atlanta to catch check, that joint?
Yeah. He did drop some joints. He did do a song with Young Thug and 21 Savage, but that probably was old.
Yeah.
That song came out on that the 100 Gig joint.
100 Gig joint, yeah.
But the thing is, I think that Drake, he's in a place right now. I think Kendrick Lamar really planted a seed in Drake's head. And Drake is kind of like, I don't want to work with nobody.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, see, this is the kind of the pathetic part. So he goes to the UK and he tries to go and say UK got the best rappers and blah blah blah. You know that's a bunch of horse shit.
Yeah.
After all the Atlanta and turn up wave that you jumped on, you know what I mean? Because real talk, Drake, you didn't even jump on it with lyricists. You jumped on the Atlanta down south turn up wave. You were signed to Wayne, so I know you on the down south movement. So don't give me the US rappers ain't shit.
Yeah.
Because that's where you made all your money. But then he tries to go and carry favor with Central C, who's like a hot young, kind of ladies man type of rapper.
Yeah.
And he puts out a single with him to jump on his wave, and the single bombs. And he tries to go around Europe and I think he went to Europe to kind of build up a new kind of fan base.
Mm-hmm.
A new momentum. And I think he wanted to come back to the States and say, look, I got Europe on my side. I got the world on my side. Look at me, I'm global.
Yeah.
And I think it backfired because I'm hearing he wasn't even really selling out shows like that over there.
Yeah. I will say that what they're really not mentioning is that although Kendrick did what he did, I don't know what it is. I don't know if he decided that or everybody else decided not to work with him. But I definitely believe, like, if you just look at it, nobody's out here trying to work with Drake. You got some irrelevant people saying stuff, but all the major artists are dipping away from that dude. And I don't know why. Every one of them. He hasn't done nothing with nobody ever since the battle that's a major artist.
Yeah.
And he was doing all these songs with all these major artists. Nope. Nothing. So I don't know what it is.
Yeah, that's interesting. And I don't even know what that would look like if he did it with one of those turn up artists that he usually works with.
Kept running with Sexy Red, but where's everybody else? You still have relationships out there. And these people, even during all that, made it their business to not come out and say nothing about it. They just turned their heads to it.
Didn't play the song.
Yeah, no, cut that off. Look, like they showed they was standing with you even when the rest of the country wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Red 19.
Kind of what you were saying before.
Red 19.
Boom. DraftKings casinos.
So when you bounce back, go holler at them.
Why not?
You ran to London and jumped on Central C Records.
He mad.
Yeah, I'm about to say when you're sensitive,
He's
when you're
mad at
sensitive
us.
in one area, you're sensitive in two areas. Like if you're looking at fucking Kendrick saying you were saying mean things, then you're looking at a few other. If you're looking at LeBron saying you went to the show and that was mean, like if you identifying where everybody was mean, then yeah, you mad at a few niggas.
Dog, do you know the effort it takes? Not like Us was everywhere. Do you know the effort it took for like the niggas who was still moving around to not be like turned up when that song come on? Like you didn't catch none of them niggas to even where you could be.
They got a sneak dance to Not Like Us. they got to dance on the low. When you ain't looking, the cameras ain't around, so I could go and dance and bop to Not Like Us.
Bro, how you drop? Yo, it's so crazy. You drop Euphoria, and then you drop Not Like Us. Not Like Us is such a perfect record, bro. It's so perfect. It's a perfect record. I don't really say too many records are perfect. Probably got about 5. That's a perfect record. And it's like, what can you really do? Because that song, and I said this a long time ago, that song is gonna haunt Drake for the rest of his life. There's nothing he can't get away from. It's tied.
It's such a perfect record that people were actually rooting for a lawsuit. Actually rooting for a lawsuit to devalue that song and take that record down. You know what I mean? That's how bad that song was. I tell you what, man. Like, I don't know what was the worst look. Not Like Us or the lawsuit for Drake, because those two together really are the ones that took him out. Like, I don't know. I almost sometimes wonder, is the lawsuit gonna haunt Drake like the CEO thing haunted Rick Ross? Like, I really wonder.
Bro, check this out. Maybe you didn't notice this. Did you know that Not Like Us is a parody of the court and him going to court and getting locked up because of Drake?
I kind
Did
of
you
see
know
that. Yeah.
The whole video is basically saying that Drake is going to sue him. And it's at a courthouse. He had 12 people there. He got judged. They locked him up because he was in prison doing push-ups and all that. Then he got out of jail. And when he got out of jail, he was back in the hood driving the car with what's the name? And then at the end of it, because they showed the reason why he went to jail, because he beat Drake. He beat the Owl. That's why he went to jail. So he goes to jail. He's doing push-ups in jail. He's saying, better not go to cell. He's in there by himself. You know what I'm saying? Then he gets out of jail. He's driving the car. Then at the end, who gets locked up? Drake. Drake gets locked. The Owl gets locked up.
The Owl gets
that
locked
whole
up.
song is a parody of him going to jail because of the song. And Drake literally try to sue him in court, bro.
The funniest thing is when you go to the show, and before Not Like Us, they open with a deposition. that tells it right there, man. Like that he paid attention to this and played off of that. He played off of that lawsuit like nobody's business, man.
Kendrick went to college just to study psychology to play with Drake's head, bro. He literally
he probably did.
He did. No, serious. He did.
Oh my God, man. Yeah. Oh my God.
Mad at them. They had to go out their way for that.
Mm-hmm.
You could not escape that record. Nowhere.
Yeah.
So now that means I'm actively making sure I'm out the spot if it plays. Wherever you go, it's going to play.
Mm-hmm.
You don't catch me turning up or my section turning up. Like niggas actually put effort into showing I'm still rocking with dude. We ain't gonna play nothing with that record. That should stand for something. You could not escape that record at all.
Which in reality is crazy. In reality, your friend should be able to listen to that song without you getting a fucking attitude.
Of course.
That's weird as shit.
I'm with you.
Listen to it, rocking out. You shouldn't be on stage.
No, you shouldn't be on stage, but you fucking having it's in the background of the gym. The thing about it is people perceive things that way. So even if it is in the background while you're working out, people gonna make it a bigger deal. But the fact that you actually give a fuck shows how much of a bitch you are, because that's weird.
Cool.
Damn.
She ain't no joke, bro. This chick ain't no joke.
She keeping it real. She better than Melissa, boy.
Yeah, she ain't no joke.
Shows how much of a bitch you are. Damn.
Why would you care?
But the fact that your friends are making sure that they're not caught in them situations,
for sure,
should stand for something too.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
because they're going through a lot to do that. Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That takes effort to not do that.
Yeah.
Yo, who's the guy in the pink shirt? Is that Ish?
That's Ish.
That's Ish?
And the other dude is Ice.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I mixed them up some too. Ain't Ish the one who's like the #1 Drake defender?
Yeah. He was mad at Kendrick one. He was mad.
Yeah, he is silent.
Yeah, because he's nothing he can say. He definitely like he's a Drake. I put it to you like this, and they all frauds. They all frauds.
Yeah.
Even Joe, they said that Kendrick was gonna get washed. They did on their podcast. They said he was gonna get washed. They said he was gonna either lose to Drake or lose to J. Cole. It was like, oh, when that dude Jermaine Cole come out,
I forgot about
man got to stay in the house.
That's true.
And then Joe was saying he heard the songs, but I think he was lying about that.
Yeah. Shit crazy, man.
But he's mad. He's upset at all of this.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
One day we would have to we would have to be faced with a music business that didn't involve all of the fake phony friendships.
No, that ain't never happening.
Good luck.
Seriously.
That is never happening.
No, we there.
They still fake, phony, and friendly.
It's not like it was. It's not like it was with that whole DJ Khaled, UNITY segment that we went through.
The We Are the World era. The We Are the World era is over.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we over that.
That is
But
over.
niggas
now.
got they
Some
they
of you
alliances.
niggas have to stand on your own now. Some of y'all can't rely on your industry relationships. You can't just call the person that's on fire and hot. No, you got to sink or swim now.
But
And that's the one
it's
thing
on y'all.
That's the one thing I do agree with Joe Buttons about is finally it's back to you being your own artist and standing on your creativity.
you know who that really applies to the most?
Who's
Drake.
that? Exactly.
That applies to him the most.
Yeah.
Because you see you see how it is, even if it affects him. Because when people say, "Oh, he made all these people," I'm like, all right, whatever. But how come he not doing this stuff now? He dropped over 50 songs since the beef. The
Can
people
we
don't
be
realize that.
honest about this? I could stop this video now because they ain't gonna say much else. But can we be honest that he's struggling to put out this Iceman album? Can we just get the elephant in the room out? I mean,
yeah,
you dropped 3 singles, and those singles didn't really hit. You had a whole, I think it was 4th of July weekend or either Labor Day weekend. It's the middle of the summer. You had the whole summer to yourself. Nobody dropped. Kendrick's on tour. You had the whole summer to yourself to drop Iceman, and you still can't put this thing out. And I love the narrative of, well, UMG is holding it back. It's the UMG lawsuit or whatever. Listen, if UMG felt that bad, they would have dropped Drake by now. But they're not stupid. He's still a moneymaker for them.
Mm-hmm.
Why would they go ahead and sabotage a project off of the biggest battle in history that they both made money off of Kendrick and Drake? It doesn't make any sense.
We never did. Never did.
So my thing is like, let's be honest. He's struggling to put this out. I think DJ Academics even called it out. Like Drake is not playing the political game. He's not moving like he should be moving, because in the past he relied too much on, other artists and other people to give him a push and put him over the top.
Mm-hmm. Drake is looking for another hit. I don't think Drake really cares about the actual music of it. He's just looking for something where he can stream and get a hit. Drake hasn't really, if you think about it, he hasn't made a hit since First Person Shooter. That was his last number 1. That was 3 years ago.
Do you honestly think Iceman comes out next week?
If it does, I'll put it to you like this. I don't know if Iceman's going to come out next week. I hope he don't put it out. And I'll be honest with you. The reason why, because all the songs I heard from that, if that's on the album, they're all not that good. And if he comes out with a dud of an album after this, he's over, bro.
I'm hearing he's scrapping it. I've read that he's kind of going back to the drawing board. He might drop something by the end of the year, like an EP or another, I don't know, Iceman episode 4, and maybe he has a feature or a single or something. But I think he's going back to the drawing board.
You know what he's about to do? And I was reading about this.
Yeah.
So there's 3 artists that is really big in hip hop still. That would be obviously would be Drake off his old stuff, Kendrick, and NBA Youngboy.
Yeah.
He's about to do an interview with NBA Youngboy. That's what I'm hearing. Drake about to do an interview with NBA Youngboy.
I want to stop you there. And see, this is the problem with Drake, bro. You're about to be, I don't know, is his birthday coming up or?
Yeah, his birthday's coming up. Yeah.
Birthday coming up. You're going to be 39 years old. Why are you reaching out so hard to appeal to under 25-year-olds? NBA Youngboy is not your wave, bro.
He really is.
You know what I mean? That would be like Jay-Z, how many years ago trying to get in or interview like Lil Pump or Lil Uzi Vert. You know what I mean? Why, if you are that guy, you are that GOAT standard, they should be coming to you, not the other way around. That just seems kind of pathetic to me. I don't know what you think.
Drake's birthday is tomorrow, actually.
Yeah, I was thinking
he'll be 40.
He's gonna be 40.
He's gonna be 40. He's 39.
39, 40. Same deal.
So his album might come out tonight.
Well,
today's Friday, so
you know what? Maybe he dropped something.
He
drops maybe a single or something. I don't see him dropping that album until he gets a single that's really going to get some motion.
Yeah.
So and he has no
another single. He dropped another single, that Jamaican joint, the reggae joint.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's on his album, but he did. I did see him on Instagram with a single. He was singing. It sounded all right. It wasn't that bad.
Because it's like, what are you gonna? I don't know which one is. What are you gonna put Iceman off of? That song that he did with Yeet or something like that. Like that song's forgotten about already. You got to have a song with motion. What are you gonna do? Revamp up? What did I miss? You know, you already put a video out for that. Like,
I think the problem Drake running into, in my opinion, the problem he running into is people are much more in tune to the music now. People are just not listening to a hook and a melody anymore. I think those times are over. That's why you don't really see too many rappers sing rapping anymore.
I think hip hop's divided right now. I think a lot of the real hip hop fans, and I'd say the older hip hop fans, 30, 35 and over, they've moved on. They've gone on to Clips. They've gone on to the older acts, the over 50 rappers that are doing shit now. They're listening to the Mobb Deep. They're listening to more the boom bap sound. They've gone back, and when Kendrick comes back, you know, they'll check Kendrick out. You know what I mean? Kendrick comes with another project, you know. The younger fans, it's like I said, man, I think they're a creature of what have you done for me lately times 1,000. So I think the younger fans, they're on a different wave. They're on a TikTok wave. They're on whoever's going viral or whatever. And once that person fades out in the next couple of months, they'll be on to something else. But I think Drake is in between those two worlds, and he don't know what to do. For the first time, I don't know what he knows what to do, because all of his posse, you know, the Young Thugs of the world, the Little Babies of the world, they ain't doing too well, you know, and we ain't really getting features like that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I don't think Drake knows what to do right now.
Yeah, I agree.
And he's scrambling right now. You know what I mean?
I agree.
I mean, you told me NBA YoungBoy, like, come on.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm hearing. Next.
Bro, what are you trying to appeal to high school kids? High school, you know what I mean?
Because the baby, baby, not little baby, not the baby.
Yeah.
He, you know, that's NBA YoungBoy is YoungBoy or whatever. So I'm thinking that they gonna try to set something up, but I don't know, man.
Wayne's washed. I mean, Nikki is having manic episodes on Twitter, and we got to do a whole show about her, bro. She's going off the rails.
I just did an episode about her just before I called in.
I am going to check that out, man, because she's just, I mean, off topic, like, and I'm just thinking about it. What's a real end game with Jay-Z? Like, what do you think you're gonna get? Like, you think he's gonna give you money now? Like, this is really, or is it a thing like you really want to take him down for what? Because it's like, you're just not taking down Jay-Z. You're just not doing it. The man has Barack Obama on his speed dial. Okay? So it's like, you're not taking down Jay-Z. So what are you really going? What is she winning from this? I really got to know.
I don't know what her end game is. I don't know. She ain't really saying. I don't know. I heard she's not even dropping her album now no more.
I think she's going to drop on March 26th. But it's like, about what? Like, what do you got a diss song lined up for Jay? Like, what, you got something coming back at Cardi? Like, now you're going to Gucci Mane and his wife, and like, what, you know what I mean? Like,
it's crazy, man. I don't know. It's crazy.
Oh man. Anyway, thanks for joining me, bro. Again, we're gonna catch up couple weeks or so, we definitely got to talk about some new albums that are gonna come out. That Ransom and Primo, I'm definitely on that. We definitely got to talk about that sometime. And like I said, like, share, and subscribe. Hip Hop Roundtable Reviews. Definitely check out Torture Chamber. Also Torture Talk After Hours, right? That's that new one. Yeah, that one too.
Yeah.
All of the hip hop content you need, you know what I mean? Album reviews, all the hot hip hop topics. Definitely check that out. And we're gonna catch up with y'all soon. All right. Be safe. Peace.
Peace. Yeah.